Welcome back to another awesome Ergo episode. Today we're going to be looking at the ErgoDex and we're going to be talking about SigRSV versus SigUSD, right? So I've saw that there's some confusion among the community for this. So we're going to talk about first how to use kind of the ErgoDex and how this all works. First, we're going to talk about it in just general terms, right? You have Erg. You can select a token, obviously, right here that you want to use. And obviously, let's say if I have ErgoPad, for example, I would take my ErgoPad and I would select the token, and I'd say that I want to trade it for the optional pairs that I have available. So I'd say I want to trade it for Erg, or let's say I had Erg, which is the main token, I guess, if you want to call it. I guess in this space it would be called a token, but in the broader sense, it's really it's a coin. So I mean, the terms can be used interchangeably, but one has a proper meaning and one doesn't. So move forward. Obviously, this is a more normal transaction in my mind, going from Erg to ErgoPad or from ErgoPad to Erg. So that's how you would go about doing something like that. Now, obviously, you would enter in an amount of Erg. Let's say you had 78 Erg. This would be the amount that you'd get, right? So, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, doesn't matter how much you put in there. It'll show you exactly how much you can get as far as ErgoPad. Now, here's the thing, right? Even if I had, say, 10,000 Erg, right? And I was going to deposit 10,000. And now I don't have 10,000 Erg. I'm not one of the lucky few that does. But what would happen is this transaction might take a while to process. This is basically a liquidity deal, and it's kind of swapping tokens for tokens. So sometimes it's not there. Sometimes that amount just is not there. So it's kind of like trading, right? You got to wait for that amount to be present and for that amount to actually go through, right? There's fees associated with it, but they're pretty small compared to, I would say, Coinbase fees. Coinbase fees are a freaking joke. But yeah, that's basically how it works, right? As far as wallets go, my personal opinion, just use Nautilus. There is no reason to use Yoroi anymore. I'm being legitimately serious. There is no reason to use Yoroi anymore for basically any reason whatsoever. I would just stay far, far away from Yoroi, right? So that's the deal there, right? Now moving on to SigUSD and SigRSV. This is a how-to guide that I'm going to put in the description on my YouTube channel. Obviously, if I was going to make a video, I probably just wouldn't use this. So I'm going to put this in the description. You guys can check out how to use this and hopefully figure out how to use SigUSD versus SigRSV, right? Moving on here, we've got Sigma USD, right? So this is the stablecoin marketplace, kind of. You can see the total price, Erg price to actually SigUSD and SigRSV compared to Erg, right? You see the circulating supply right now is right there, and the circulating supply is right over here for that. So I have not interacted, so I have no history yet with it. I have my balance here, and you'd set that all up in your wallet here, right? I realize I'm going to end up blurring a lot of this out. Anyways, so yeah, so you have purchase and redeem Sigma USD right here, the amount that you specify right here, going from whatever you want to do for SigUSD. If you want to redeem or you want to purchase it, right? I'm not sure why this is disabled. Likely because I don't set it to the right address or something. But that's not the point. The point is that if you wanted to do this, you would do it like that, right? And this is a stable coin, right? So like it says, decentralized stability. So stable coin, basically backed by Ergo. I think that's kind of cool. Given the fact that Tether is a total mess, apparently. I guess half the time or more than half the time. SigRSV is a little bit different. So there's providing liquidity, so kind of like ErgoDex, and then earn premiums upon redemption. So imagine this like savings bonds, kind of, or like war issued bonds or something like that, right? So this is kind of how that works. Is there a lot of money to be made here? Yes and no. If you have a lot of Ergo, you probably can make a lot of money, but I guess your definition of a lot of money has changed too. So if you're like part of the 10,000 club compared to like the 2,000 club, your definition of a lot of money is probably going to be wildly different. Or maybe it isn't. A lot of money for me is $10. So, but there's definitely a lot more in Ergo than $10. So, yeah, I would say that I'm pretty bullish on this case scenario, right? So, anyways, moving forward, you go Ergo to SigRSV and SigRSV to Ergo, right? That's as simple as it gets. Super, super simple. They don't make it any easier, right? So as it says, no intermediaries, no middlemen, just pure decentralized finance, right? It's no different than going to the bank and using it. You're just not having to deal with all those financial rules that most people are associated with, right? I mean, you have to be 18 to even get a bank account, right? So before that, your parents have to co-sign for you. This is just completely decentralized finance. No one's co-signing for you, right? Okay, so that's kind of how that all works. We'll check out the price of Ergo real quick, just because I know people like checking out the price of Ergo on CoinMarketCap. It's a big talking point. At least I think it is. We're at $4.70. Looking at the 7-day, we're down from $5.15, but it yeah, this guy says to 300. Okay, bud. We'll get there one day, I think, honestly, but until then, we're dealing with this volatility right here, which, or I mean, the bottoming though. I mean, if you bought at 2.5 and then sold at like 5.1, that's double the profit right there. That's 100%. So kudos to you. I definitely think we're back in an uptick. We'll see how long it lasts. Honestly, we're kind of in a Bitcoin market until we see more utility, but we're getting that utility, so all is good where all is good. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video, and peace out.